So if you could pick one batsman to bat for your life, who would you take?
Doesn't need to be from the current thing, no? I'll
No,
pick
man.
Rahul Dravid.
Rahul.
I'll pick Rahul
Very
Dravid. Who
safe.
better than the wall batting for your life?
Very safe. Hello and welcome to episode number 23 of All Things Cricket by the 12th Man. I am your host Ujjwal Sachdeva, and today we have with us a marketing professional who has expertise in business development, marketing management and brand management. She has worked with Star Sports and has been with them for the last 3 years as the assistant manager of talent management and has been working a lot with product strategies as well. She was with the team of Star Sports this season of the IPL as well, and she is someone with a very different perspective of how things work behind the scenes and someone who can tell us all about that. So we're very happy to have with us Rekha Navani. Hello Rekha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So we just mentioned so much about what you do and the things that you might be doing behind the scenes. So a little bit from your end also, what is it that you do?
So at Star Sports, I work in the product team. When I say product, my product being content, and in
Mhm.
that I specialize into talent management. And the talent management team looks after end-to-end servicing of your on-air talent. All anchors, all commentators across sports, across feeds, across languages. All the anchors and commentators that are finalized for any tournament, be it kabaddi, cricket,
Yeah.
and end-to-end servicing right from getting the contracts finalized to giving them a sense of what they're doing on a specific day, to giving them their rosters, to the logistics management. All of that comprises as a part of my role.
Right. So that's something that's a very different perspective from what all of us know, and I am really excited to know how all of this works. So the plan is that we'll do it in three segments. Firstly, I'll take your opinions on basically the things that you just told me, and then we'll take up questions that people have sent in for you, and finally we'll go through a quick rapid fire section.
Done.
Right. So my first question to you is just a continuation of what you were explaining. I just wanted to know, if I'm not wrong, you've studied engineering. So when is it that you realized that you want to make this switch into this field? And B, once you decided, what was the motivation to move into it, and how have you been managing it?
So, like most engineers, I think you realize what you want to do after you finish your engineering, or you're in while you're doing your engineering, you're like, ye to mujhse nahi hoga types. So I still like worked in the IT field for a year. I was working at Accenture. I was doing testing for them, and I was like, pretty much more of like, this is, if I may say it, quite boring. So I moved on from there and I joined a digital agency here back in Bombay. I worked there for a year and I was looking after client servicing there and account management. So end-to-end digital expertise with respect to social media ads, SEO, SEMs, and all of that,
Yeah.
which was like a complete switch, but a great learning curve. After Interactive Avenues, I joined an agency called as Cornerstone Sports and Entertainment, which is here in Bombay. It looks after a lot of current athletes. When I joined, I was looking after the social media and digital side of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan. From there on, I went into sales and business development side of it, and also did a little bit of Virat Kohli's work management as his talent manager. I worked there for 3.5 years, and it was quite a big exposure because it always happens that when you work in a smaller agency, your growth is also is inversely proportional. You kind of get a very big platform and a very great exposure. So for 3.5 years and from there I joined Star Sports, and similar to the talent management that I did at Cornerstone, but not so much for the sales part or not so much from the brand endorsement side, but purely talent management and for on-air talent and all your broadcast talent that you see in all the events and all the sports tournaments.
Right. So जैसे आपने बताया कि आप on air talent का management करते हो, just something that I wanted to ask you is that how has it been different this year compared to sometime when we had a crowd? क्योंकि इस बार कुछ additional aspects of discussion रहे होंगे, इस बार कुछ additional एरियाज ऑफ कंसिडरेशन रहेंगे फॉर द फैक्ट क्योंकि क्राउड्स नहीं थे और आपको एक्स्ट्रा डिलीवर करना था वो एक्सपीरियंस जो स्टेडियम्स का है ऑन स्क्रीन.
Yeah.
So how was it different and how was it managed?
So this year it was quite different from
Mhm.
the entire perspective of also the entire bubbles that were created. There were multiple bubbles. There was one in Bombay, which was your production bubble, where your Hindi talent, your dugout talent, and all your regional talent, your Tamil, Telugu, Kannada talent were put up, including the entire producers, directors, your editors, and like the talent managers, which are me and my Mayuresh from my who's my boss actually. So we were in the bubble here in Bombay. There was a Dubai bubble, which was shuffling between Dubai and Sharjah. There was an Abu Dhabi bubble for the talent. So it was quite different when it came to the entire bubble scenario as such. It was quite different and challenging because when IPL was announced also, it was like, we had a little, only a little small frame of time in which we had to confirm a lot of things. And including your talent, like, for me per se, like from what I look at, like, ensuring that the talent reached on time. They had the 14-day quarantine or the 7-day quarantine, which was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. There was a 14-day quarantine, like, people who were traveling to Bombay. And it was like, that it always happens that, with such a big tournament, there are so many details to look at. We were just happy, like, even getting visas for some of the talent was quite a bit of an issue, because at that point, India wasn't allowing international flights as such. So Bombay, like getting the talent here, it was quite a bit of a challenge, but we're just glad that, it all went as per plan and everything. We didn't have to like drop any feeds, all the languages, everything happened as per plan, so which was great.
Right. So when you tell us about the bubble, my next question to you is about your personal experience in this bubble. How challenging is it to be entirely in a bubble, and how challenging is it to come back from it afterwards, after the IPL ending, returning to regular life? Dobara wo precautions lena, how was that?
So when the bubble thing was entirely announced, because I'm a Bombay-based person and I had to enter a bubble in Bombay, I had to do a 7-day isolation. So obviously, when the bubble thing is announced, you always like, have a little bit of a fear. Also because we were like, it was around 7-8 months that, you spent at home, you spent with family, and you have like so much of family time. And then you have to like, while being in Bombay, you have to be like 30 minutes away in a bubble and you're not going to be able to meet anybody. So obviously there was like fear in the mind. But once you enter the bubble, I think I had a really great time in the bubble. It was more to do with everyone who was present and the talent and everybody you were interacting with. They're all like, really chill people to like, even spend time with. You sort of felt like, you're so comfortable and you sort of feel like family, like, everyone that you chilled with. And it was a really great experience, a very different experience. Yes, you like sort of missed family, but I think even my family was really supportive in the entire bubble duration. And like, it's also quite exciting sometimes to when I look back, I was like, I'm really excited. I had a really great time. I sometimes in fact miss the bubble right now because it was like such a convenient life now. Like for 2 months, somebody else took care of the food. Somebody else, like, because you were staying at Trident, somebody else was doing the laundry. Somebody else was coming and cleaning the room. So you don't have to do all of that, which we were used to in this entire lockdown, like, cooking, cleaning and all of that. And I'm like, I was like, it was so like, it was a different experience. When I in fact came out, I got a little scared because, once you're in the bubble, you at least know that everyone's being tested and, you are at ease when you are interacting. When you come out of the bubble, especially around October, Bombay like sort of allowed and opened up stuff. So like, when you came out, your vada pav stall and your tea stall and everything is open. And I was like, so many people in Bombay. And I was like, scared. Like I was like scared to even like walk around, like, in your building area. Like, I was like, Arey, like, sab kuch khul gaya, and like people didn't have the fear of COVID outside.
But that is something that actually did happen and was actually very scary as well. And with that, I'll take you to my second segment. It's questions that we have received for you. So the first question we'll take up is from your friend Ayush Elabadi. He's saying,
what has he sent?
He's saying, how do you manage such a buzzing social life with your busy work life?
Listen, it's all lies. I don't have a buzzing social life. Who's given you this information? No.
Right. And we have another question from you from Harshvardhan. He's saying that how do you successfully market a campaign, especially something that is related to sports, कि आप ये ensure करो कि वो लोगों तक सही तरीके से reach कर रहा है and उनके emotions को भी पूरा click कर रहा है. How do you do that?
So I may not be the right person to reply to that because I don't look after that thing for Star Sports. But from whatever I have learned in the background, whatever I've understood,
Yeah.
from all my experience is that obviously your promos need to have a sense of sentiment attached with the audiences and stuff, because we did this really cool one for IPL where it was for the COVID warriors and everything. So it kind of touched upon a nice emotion, and it kind of held on to the audiences. They were really eagerly waiting, right? And obviously you need to promote it well on social media, your Twitter, Facebooks and everything, with the timings and all. So yeah.
Right. And one more question that we have for you is from someone called Sunil. He's asking, is IPL में आपका favorite moment क्या था?
My favorite moment was the Rahul Tewatia moment when, he made RR1 single-handedly.
Yeah.
And I remember, so, you don't get so many off days. I had 2 off days in the entire of IPL. That was my first off day.
Oh.
And I was sitting, and when you're actually, so I'll tell you, so when you are actually sitting and then watching the match, if you're working during the IPL, you don't see so much of the match, right? Because there's so much work happening simultaneously. So when you have that one off day and I was sitting and I was watching that match, and I remember we were going crazy. We were whoever had an off that day, we were all sitting together and we were just cheering and hooting, and it was an amazing moment. Yeah.
What a day to have your first off.
Yeah.
Right. So with that, I'll take you to our third segment, the rapid fire segment. Rules are the same. You just have to say the first thing that comes into your head. The first one for you is the funniest moment related to cricket that you have been a part of, on or off your studio, of the field, whatever.
Funniest moment, there are a lot of funny moments. There's a lot of chill moments around, some of the talent, you can rag them, you can they rag you back and all of that. Oh yeah, this IPL, Swanee mentioned something on the dugout, when he was doing the Altros car entire spiel, he went and he said that please contact my manager Rekha. So I think that was my funny. He used my name while the dugout commentary was on, and I was like, what, why did you I was actually shocked that he did that.
Yeah. Right. And your favorite cricketer in the current Indian team?
KL Rahul.
KL Rahul, perfect. In the next set of questions, I'll make you go through a little this or that sort of thing. So you have to take your pick. So the first one is, who do you think was more entertaining in this IPL? Chris Gayle on the field or Graeme Swann in the select dugout?
Graeme Swann in the select dugout. Any day.
Okay. You better find this IPL, Devdutt Padikkal or Ravi Bishnoi?
Devdutt Padikkal. Really enjoyed his batting.
Okay. And the more heartwarming story, that of Varun Chakravarti or that of Natarajan Jayaprakash?
I like the Natarajan story because obviously we've been also following it through the TNPL and everything. So I really find it really heartwarming.
Okay. And who do you think it is tougher to watch after a disappointing IPL in this series, Glenn Maxwell or Aaron Finch?
Both. Yeah, both. Oh my God. But yeah, Glenn Maxwell also, yeah.
Okay. And your favorite team this season?
My favorite team, it's not one team that I was passionately following or supporting, but I have a couple of them. I really liked Punjab. I was mildly supporting Bangalore, hoping that they get their first win. And I really enjoyed Delhi this season. Yeah. I wish they could have won. We would have got a new winner and for the IPL.
Yeah, that's something everybody was hoping for, but again, Mumbai Indians is overpowered. Right. So if you could pick one batsman to bat for your life, who would you take?
Doesn't need to be from the current thing, no? I'll pick Rahul Dravid. I'll pick Rahul Dravid. Who better than the wall batting for your life?
Very safe. And
I'm
if you had to
big Rahul Dravid fan.
And if you had to pick a bowler to say conversely bowl for your life, then who would you make it depend on?
Jasprit Bumrah. Yeah.
Jasprit Bumrah, perfect. And I'll deviate a little from cricket in the next set of questions. So apart from cricket, in your personal lives, your favorite actor and your favorite actress.
Oh, I'm a big Bollywood buff.
Uh-huh.
You won't get any intellectual Hollywood answers here. You will get like a proper Desi Bollywood answer. My favorite actor is Ranveer Singh. My favorite actress would be Anushka Sharma and Alia Bhatt.
Perfect. And if you were given the option of selecting one movie that you can watch for your entire life, but सिर्फ वही एक movie देख सकते हो, तो आप कौन सी pick करोगे?
That would be Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
ये
I
जवानी.
love that movie.
Right. And if you could play the lead role in any one of these movies that you love, then what would you take?
Um, it would be really cliched, but it would be Naina from Ye Jawani Hai Diwani because I relate with that character. Like, you know, when the entire path happened, when, you know, she says scholar Naina, nerdy Naina,
Yeah.
bachpan mein dost nahi the and all. I kind of started laughing because I completely related with that character because I was this big, like, you know, I used to just study and study. I was this big nerd in school. And during engineering and all eventually is when I actually like participated in a lot of extracurricular and co-curricular activities and how this entire like, you know, thing happened for me. So I kind of relate with that entirely.
Right. And if I had to ask you your favorite holiday destination, then?
That would be Budapest. It's my favorite.
Okay. I thought you will say Manali and we'll have a 3-on-3 for Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
No, not.
Right. And your favorite cheat diet?
Cheat diet, as in like I'm not on a specific diet or anything. Any meal would be a cheat diet. But if I have to like, you know, pick on something that, you know, today I want to eat, it's pav bhaji and vada pav. I'm big on these two.
Perfect. And if you could, I'll move back to cricket now. If you could get a retired player back into the IPL and play for any team, which player would you bring back?
I would say Virendra Sehwag. It would be amazing to see him open again and like, you know, sing and hit those sixes.
Perfect. And in the next set of questions, I'll ask you something. I'll name a personality, and you have to tell me if one fine day you wake up as that individual, then what is the first thing that you will do? So the first one is Virat Kohli.
I'm Virat Kohli. I'm actually torn. Would I like go and eat to my heart's content, or would I go and work out to see, bhai, is body mein workout karne mein kaise lagta hai? Like, you know, if the body is that fit, do you even feel a workout?
Right. That's a very interesting question actually. And if you woke up as Diljit Dosanjh.
Diljit Dosanjh, I would just go and speak to Alexa and like record myself.
Alexa.
I love that part.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay, if you wake up as Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, I would give an interview to Star Sports. I'm making my life simple here.
Okay, if you wake up as Chris Gayle.
Chris Gayle, oh my God. I would like to just go and bat. Like I would like go and like hit those sixes. Like, you know, I would just like want to see that raw power.
Right. And if you woke up as Tanya Purohit.
Tanya, I would play my music and I would dance. Like I remember telling her best DJ in the bubble.
Finally, one last question that I have for you. After all of your experience in the field, if you could put into one word what cricket means to you.
I would say lifeline. That's one word because it's literally been a part of my life for the last 7 years. And one thing I'm very bad at is to remember anything that happened in the match. I consume a lot of content, but I don't remember. The next morning you ask me, "Arey, ye kitna acha tha?" I will not remember. But for that moment, it's like constantly in my mind. It's constantly running in my life. Yeah.
Perfect. So that is it from our side, Rekha. It has been so good to know a perspective different from ones that we've had on the show till now. And something that I am pretty sure the audience would also want to know about how these things work. So it's been really good to have you. And thank you so much for doing this. Anything that you would like to say to me or to the fans before you go?
Thank you. And thank you. It's been my pleasure to be here. And And I know I just wanted to add in the end that I get a lot of DMs sometimes that, how do you end up working in this field? And I would just say, apply, apply on LinkedIn. And it's not some specific course that you could do or anything for that matter. Like I said, I'm an engineer and I'm like working in the sports field.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.